I made pants, epic sewing success. I'm so proud of myself. So please, I could not be happier. Please stick around so I can toot my own horn and tell you how fabulous I am making the sewing workshop Picasso Pants. Yes, I made the Picasso Pants. I'm so excited. I mean, I've made trousers before, don't get me wrong. I've made the almost long trousers by the assembly line. I made Sew with Mickey linen pants. I have made other trousers in the past, but these ones, chef's kiss. I love them so much. I'm so excited, and now I want to make more trousers. But let me start at the beginning, and I will show you my first pair. I made a toile, and then I made my absolutely gorgeous pair that I love, 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 love. Today I'm wearing the Bellbird top by Sewing Revival. I've made this in a chambray remnant that I had in my sewing stash, which I love, and you'll see a little bit more of it later on. Behind me is something that I'm making at the moment. I'm nearly finished with it, and this is also something that I love, 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 love. So please stick around for a future video when I will tell you all about that. So, Picasso Pants by the Sewing Workshop. This is actually a combined pattern, combined with the Picasso knit top and the Picasso woven trousers. I bought this pattern recently, and normally I buy a pattern and it gets lost in the depths of my pattern stash, but this one I've made up pretty quickly, and I'm so happy that I did, because I can see more of these in my life, definitely. My toile was made in this pink rayon fabric. I purchased this from Fab Fabrics quite a while ago. It was $5 a meter on some kind of super duper special. You know, it's these are at-home trousers that they sort of have ended up looking like pajama pants, which is fine. So they're my lounging pants at home, and they are comfy as. The pattern calls for a flat front, so the elastic is supposed to start either side, so you get a flat front like that, and then elastic around the rest of the pants. But I didn't do it for my toile. I just did a channel. And actually the elastic does roll around, which is a little bit annoying, so I probably just need to put a few stitches in just to make sure that it doesn't do that. I didn't put the pockets in this toile. There's all these panels. There's 1, 2, 3 panels on each leg, and also a bottom section that you sew on. Obviously I'll be showing you pictures as we go along, but yeah, so I did a lot of top stitching. There's a couple of pleats, a pleat on each side of the center front. Where's that pleat gone? Oh, there it is. And so these trousers, I made a size M. The size band made me, my old me, I would have gone up to the next size band and made the L, but the M probably was a little bit on the smaller side. But I know that for trousers, somehow I always end up in ready-mades, I always end up wearing a size smaller on the bottom than I do on the top. Even though I've got this big sort of soft belly, I somehow end up with a size smaller. So I thought, no, I won't continue the habits of a lifetime and make a size up. I'll go the size that's theoretically just a little bit down from what I need. And these are pretty perfect. I would say that along the front leg here, as I walk, it does feel like it tugs a little bit. It's a little bit firm when I walk across the front there. So what I did in my next pair is, this pattern has 1.5 centimetre seam allowances, and so what I did in the second pair that I made is I made the same size. I didn't want to size up. The bum fit really quite nicely, which is the biggest problem I have in trousers, whether it's ready-made or trousers that I make myself. The bum fit perfectly. So I didn't want to change that crotch curve, but what I did do is on this seam here, the panel down the front, and on the side seam on each side, I did 1 centimetre seam allowances instead of 1.5. So effectively I gave myself a little bit of extra room right round the whole pattern, but I left the crotch curve the same. So yes, like I say, I didn't want to interfere with that because it was the perfect fit. So that's what I did on my second pair. And here is my second pair. This is made in gorgeous, gorgeous forest green, 40% cotton, 40% linen, 20% rayon. I've showed you this fabric before. I love the fabric so much. It's a double gauze, which I didn't realize until I started sewing with it. So it's got 2 faces on it. The outside face, these sort of splodgy circles, are the sort of textured. This is very open weave, this part of it here, and this is more densely woven. And so that is, sorry, this bit's more densely woven. So that's how it looks on that side. But on the inside, it's basically opposite, so that the splodgy circles are the more densely woven, and what's in between is the sort of textured, very gauzy part of the fabric. I did put pockets in this version, but because this fabric is quite sort of, it's very drapey and light and airy, but I thought it might be a bit bulky, so I put some rayon pockets in, which I think are very cute. I top stitched the heck out of everything. I top stitched those pleats down because the fabric is a little bit, well, it's not really delicate, but I feel like it, with enough tension on it, it could tear, and I did not want that to happen. So I top stitched the pleats in the front down. I top stitched, actually I did a sort of a faux, what do you call it, flat felled seam on the front crotch seam, just again to make sure that nothing came apart. But I top stitched every other seam down. The pattern does call for that. It does talk you through top stitching those down, which you may or may not do, but on this fabric I did. I wanted to just to make sure that it was robust as I was wearing them. But I just love these so much. I've worn them at least a couple of times already since I made them. I will be wearing them all summer long. They will go, and I'll style this in a moment with this bellbird top. They'll just go, and they have gone with so many different things in my wardrobe. I'm really pleased. I have made trousers before, like I said, but I haven't for a long time, and I've been really nervous about making trousers. But I wanted to start to get back into the process of making trousers again with something simple. And while these are not simple because they've got the, you know, all the panels and the top stitching and the different sections, it's got this bit on the bottom as well. So they're not simple, but they are, you know, they're relaxed, easy fitting is probably really the way I would describe them, easy fitting. So I wanted a pair of easy fitting trousers to sort of launch me back into my trouser making career, because I'm really worried about fitting the trousers, as everybody is. I've got a funny shape. Everybody's got a funny shape, haven't they? I'm round in the middle. I've got some big love handles on the back of my hip, but I've got a really flat bum. So I've got several things going on that, can make it tricky for me to buy ready-to-wear trousers, and I thought it would make tricky for me to make trousers. So I was just sort of lucky enough / unlucky enough to have found a pattern that actually seems to fit me basically straight out of the packet, with very little in the way of adjustments. Like I say, I did give myself a bit of extra room on the side seams and on the front panels, but not the crotch curve, so that it didn't pull as I walked across the front of my thighs. But the trousers fit my crotch curve and my bum, so I was pretty lucky in that respect, but unlucky in the respect that I didn't need to do any adjustment there, so I didn't sort of learn anything on how to adjust that. But I now have it in my head that I want to make some more trousers, and so I've got a few suggestions of what I might make next. I do want to make a pair of Berkshire jeans by SBCC. I have purchased this pattern, and I have purchased some toile fabric. I've got some other toile fabric that I will make them up in first, just a pair of shorts, so I won't make them like a proper finished pair of trousers. I'll just be a quick and dirty muslin, just to see how that crotch curve is fitting and all that sort of bizzo. So that's the ultimate end. But before I get there, I just feel like I need to get some more trousers under my belt so that I am comfy with the whole process of making trousers. And I do have some trouser patterns, because I've bought trouser patterns for years along with every other type of pattern, and I've got them in deepest, darkest stash. Some of them have never seen the light of day. This one pair I have tried to make up before, and it didn't go terribly well, and that's the Fifi trousers by Style Arc. They again have got flat front across the front and elasticated back waist. They are a kind of a straight fit, a wide straight fit all the way down, and they have got quite a wide waistband on them and pockets in the front. So I do like these. I did kind of like the toile that I made up probably, I don't know how long ago, a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, whenever it was. But I do remember, and I don't have the toile anymore, unfortunately, but I do remember, I'm pretty sure they gave me hungry bum. So I'm not sure at this point how to fix hungry bum, but I'm going to research it, and I'm sure I'm going to be able to get those right. Another pair of Style Arc trousers that I do have are the Chiara, I'm going to go with trousers. And these are all these are woven trousers. And these are woven as well. They also have a wide waistband. They've got a side zip on them. And I really do like the big wide leg and the just smooth style of these trousers. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to make these up at some stage soon. And I don't have this pattern, but I saw my friend Gini from the Big Sew Along talk about these, and she's made a couple of these pairs of pants from Allotment clothing. She's made the Ma pants and the potting pants. I'm pretty sure she's made the potting pants, and it's the potting pants that I would like to make from Allotment clothing. I like the barrel leg shape on them. So this is a pattern that I may well purchase to make up. But a pattern that I did purchase to make up is, actually, I tell a lie, the Chiara pants I told you about are actually from Tazuti Patterns, not Style Arc. So my apologies for that. The Chiara pants are from Tazuti Patterns, and so is this other pattern that I purchased the Robbie pants. I purchased these like just a couple of nights ago. They weren't on sale with everybody who's having sales, Boxing Day sales at the moment. They weren't, but I paid full price for them. But the Robbie pants from Trouser Patterns, I really like Trouser Patterns. I've made up several of their patterns before, and I know that they make up a little bit large on me, so I will probably size down for these Robbie trousers, but I just thought they were a nice, simple pant style. Again, I probably have something similar to this, but, you know, I wanted the Robbie pants, so I purchased the Robbie pants. And so that's another pattern that I probably should make up pretty soon. That should be the one I make up first, actually, make up those. And then I might maybe go into the Allotment Pants, the potting pants. Anyway, so that is my first adventure into making trousers for a long time. So successful. I'm so happy with these trousers. I really adore them. They were simple to make, although I would say that you do need to pay attention, because in the pink pair, my toile pair, I didn't have in the shoe, but in this pair, I did actually end up sewing you know how there's a panel, can we find it here? There's a panel, a side panel in the front. There's a panel here and a panel here and one panel at the back. I did end up sewing this front panel directly to my side and putting the pocket in. I even got so far as to putting the pocket in, and I realized, whoa, they're a bit skinny looking, and I realized that I had missed out sewing this panel in. So I unpicked it, which was a bit of a mission in this, you know, quite sort of open weave, sort of delicate in a way fabric. So I had to unpick that whole thing. Bit of a nightmare, but you know, I did it. I took my time. I was careful, and nobody will know that mistakes were made. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode of my pants making journey. Please stand by, because there will be more, and I'll show you this delightful little number behind me very, very soon. But in the meantime, I hope you're having fun doing whatever it is that you're doing, and that you are getting lots of sewing done, or at least some time spent in your sewing room. Even if it's just tidying up, which is what I need to do. I need to tidy up my sewing room. My floor is a disaster. I've been so busy making stuff and not cleaning up in between makes, but now I need to take that vital step and clean up after myself. Anyway, waffling now. See you later. Thanks for dropping in.